Hi everyone, how's it going? Happy Friday. We are live on a Friday. I usually only go live on Wednesday when I feel called to, but after so many messages about the 11:11, whether it's my friends, you guys, I was like, let's get down to business. So I am going to be doing a message and just really sharing with you what's this 11:11 portal. It seems like, it's so easy for us to get looped into all the things. And is it actually a portal? Is it actually not? Like, what's going on? Thank you. I just got my hair braided a few weeks ago. And then I'm going to be changing it at the end of the month. So thank you. Thank you. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, where you're feeling the vibes. For those who are new, let me know with a rainbow emoji here. And my intention really here is to hold space and connect conscious community, allowing people to connect with the new earth and to connect together. So that's really what the tune is. We're at 11:11 right here Eastern time. Perfect time to channel in this one energy as we're in the space. And I'm going to be doing a card reading and just sharing with you guys so many things. So Croatia is in the house. We got Toronto. You guys are close to me. Chicago. Lots of people from Chicago, Boston, Ohio. Hello, hello. Colorado. Feeling the vibes. Two Colorados in here. I love it. I'm vibing it. I'm loving it. So for those who are new, I am Shika. I'm a medicine woman, Reiki master, shamanic healer, and my intention here is I do channeling messages with the earth. I work with the earth. I work with the elements of the earth, and I talk a lot about new moon, full moon, shadow work, healing, plant medicine, all of those things. My way of supporting the world is through teachings and ceremony. So I have retreats. If you're interested in that, you can message me one-on-ones. And I have a surprise program that's being announced on November 15th for all space holders, those wanting to be space holder, and all those things. So if you haven't added yourself to the email list, do that down below. Thank me later. What else to share? I feel like that's it. And if you want to just start your shadow work and healing up courses down below, if you feel my vibes, you feel my energy. Let's get into it because I really want to just share with you guys as I read. Get the chat moving. Hey, Maddie, it's so nice to see you. Kingdom, woo, what's up? Anyone else who's here? Pretoria, amazing. South Africa, hello in the house. California, England, Lauderdale, oh, hello. Hello, everyone. Let me know where you're tuning into. We got a few people on here. So let's get right into it. Does the 11:11, what exactly is it? Let's get into it. I'm going to use my cards intuitively. I'm going to ask you guys to take a deep breath into the 11:11 portal with me here. So just either close your eyes. Obviously, if you're driving, don't do that. But close your eyes and whatnot. And also, while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up, like, share with your friends for this live. We're going to support people here. Let's get this space a party. Okay, so we're going to close our eyes, take a deep breath in, exhale out, deep breath in, exhale out, deep breath in, exhale out. Just breathing naturally into your body, relaxing the body, calling in all benevolent guides, ancestors, guardians, angels, and cosmic family into the space, allowing you to get whatever messages that you need for this November 11th, 2022. Channeling whatever needs to be channeled for the highest timeline and the highest good. We thank you for this protection and holding space into this space and the energy that you hold us into this portal. Thanking the four elements, air, water, fire, and earth. We thank you. All four directions, north, south, east, and west. Allowing us to see the eyes of the eagle of perception of what we need to know. Allowing the hummingbird spirit to come in to remind us about life, the enjoyment of life, where we are in our life in this present moment. Tuning into the jaguar as it prowls into the space, protecting us, holding us, guiding us, and seeing our inner power. And the serpent slither into the space, allow us to shed our skins that no longer serve us in this timeline. Aho, makate. Let's start. Okay, so got some more people tuning in. England, California, North Carolina. Hello, hello. It's so nice. And again, if it's your first time here, give it a little rainbow emoji if it's your first time. Hey, Davina. Hello, hello. Okay, so first things first, let's get right into it. I talked about this on TikTok, and then I was like, let's just make this a video. What is the 11:11 portal? What exactly is it? I'm going to be going over the angel numbers, all the things. We just had an eclipse. guys, we had an eclipse in Taurus. How did that hit you? Like, how was that? Because that lunar eclipse was really powerful. That full moon was one of the most powerful ones. We don't have one like this until 2 to 3 years from now. So this energy is so deep that's coming up. And we just had energetic surgery. A lot of you during the time 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. And we just made the 3 days after. So we're out of the hardest part for all the Scorpios and Tauruses. If you are a Scorpio or Taurus or have that in your chart, let me know down below. So we just went through a huge rebirth. Our ancestors, guides, guardians have been really just going into our body, physically removing and clearing a cleanse space. It's not like the other full moons and new moons where energetically we're going in there, we're healing all of that stuff, and then we're just reflecting on lessons. No, we're wiping off this clean. We're leaving it behind. We're no longer tuning into it. So let's see what the first card that the ancestors are saying. But all this to say is we are just healing. We are healing. Any of you really tired right now, energetically tired? We just literally shifted so much that came in. Greater teacher. Okay, so this is the first card we get. Learn spiritual experiences. This 1111 portal is about reflection. It's not about doing. I highly would suggest, I know on TikTok, on YouTube, a lot of people are saying manifest between 9:30, 9:45, and around 4. But we have Mercury playing with Scorpio right now. And what's happening is we're integrating all the lessons from the eclipse. Even though the shadow of the eclipse is gone, the eclipse season is gone. This is a time to ground yourself. It's not a time to do manifestation. The best analogy that I'm giving you guys is that the eclipse season was like our energetic surgery, and our human is catching up. We're integrating. So you just had surgery with your leg. You went into surgery with your spirit guides. They went into your body. They did all the healing. And in that, you right now have a cast on. Okay. You're chilling at home. You know, the spirit doctors are like, you can go home now. And you're at home and you're just chilling. Right. But with that, you're still hopping around the house, you're cooking and whatnot, but your body is still trying to make it out. It's not 100%, right? So you're still quite emotional. You're feeling things come up. There's still some anger that's coming up. There's still the wounded masculine that is coming in to be trusted in. There's still the divine feminine that is being honored in that space as well. We just had spiritual and physical surgery on an energetic level. So my question to you is, if you're not at your 100%, are you going to go manifest? And my answer is no. So this is not a time to manifest, even if the portal says between 9:30, 9:45, and around 4 is the best time to manifest in that little small window of today. My suggestion to you is just think about the manifestation. Think about all the work you did. Your bodies are physical. Even for those of you who aren't in your Saturn return, those of you who are probably not going through a huge revelation, it feels like you have. So the biggest card for this, with this dove energy and the great teacher, we have this like God energy that's coming up. This is just saying day is about reflecting about your spiritual experiences. There's a higher wisdom that was dropped into your crown chakra on the day of this eclipse. And right now you're integrating that. You know, you're noticing that you're seeing the world a lot differently. The way that your younger self or even your teen self was given this world through your parents, through your father, through your mother, through your surrounding, is being derooted and completely unneeded. So this is a lot for you. It almost feels a little shaky. I've had some client healings the past few days this week where they're literally feeling their physical body is shaky, like a little bit woozy, a little bit dizzy, a little bit emotional. I don't know if this resonates with any of you guys. Let me know. But it is just this emotion. There's still the chaos, the landing of the chaos. It's like after hurricane, everything is just landing. That's where you're at. You're just cleaning up a little bit. And that just requires rest. So this weekend going after November 11th, I highly suggest you energetically resting. Let's get into reading about the great teacher because I think this is going to land. Let me know. Dizzy and disassociated deaf resonates. Yeah, people are physically. Share with me in the comments, guys. What are the physical things you're feeling? For me, I've been feeling lightheaded sometimes. Like going through a huge like vision. I've been feeling deep emotion, like all of a sudden just feeling like anger dissipate through my solar plexus. or through my sacral. A lot of resetting in that space as well. Welcome to all the new lives. Hello, hello. Fatigue, 100%. You're not sleeping as much and your lucid dreaming is more intense. So just think about all the work you're doing in a conscious state as you are in the sleep state, right? It's so exhausted, ringing in my ears so much. Yeah, you're upgrading, you're hearing yourself more, because this Taurus eclipse was all about, how do I respect my voice? How do I respect myself, my energy, along with the people that are around me? So it's all about inner respect and integrating, very emotional. Yeah. So I'm tuning into everyone feeling emotional, including myself. And that is something that we need to let integrate. It's not something that happens overnight. Okay, now the worst of the eclipses, let me go back to manifesting. And I want to ask yourself, as you're looking at everyone talking about the 1111 portal and manifesting, do you feel like you're rushing manifestation? Do you feel like you're missing out because there was so much chaos and detours that you need to work harder? And then I want you to ask yourself, as a shadow work prompt, where does this workaholism come from? That your human has to work harder in order to receive the manifestation. Because something that is learning in this consciousness is that it's actually the opposite of that. When we are on the right aligned path, it becomes easier. I also want to share with you guys that this lunar eclipse and going up to the 11th in the 1111 portal for this November 11th, 2022, is a lot of you have cleared karmic cycles from lineages and ancestors way beyond. It's nothing to do with you. It's something that maybe you're not even aware of, that you were holding for generations and lifetimes, and it's been shedded. So there's this feeling of heaviness of emotion because you've went through this deep dissolving of emotions, dissolving of patterning, and you feel a little lost. Yeah, some of us are feeling a little lost because it's very new right now. Yes, I don't feel like manifesting. Yeah. And going back to manifesting, how to manifest, the biggest key element of successfully manifesting is doing it when you are in that authority in your body and your chakra and your being, right? So, for example, if we look at human design, I am a sacral authority. So that means that if my sacral is going through stuff, I'm not going to force myself to go manifest. Right. So, the number one key secret to manifestation is making sure that your frequency is at its highest. You're in a good state. And this is a time where you're repatterning through affirmations. Your negative thought is testing you. You're listening to two voices right now on this November 11th. You're listening to your shadow self and your higher self, and they're saying different things, and it feels chaotic. So again, like I said, you want to be in that neutral space before you manifest, which is why I'm saying personally, I wouldn't suggest manifesting on this portal day. It is a day though to rest. It is a day of reflection. It is a day of integration. It is a day of initiation where people may trigger things from the eclipse season to really solidify and clear that ending of that karmic cycle. We're getting a lot of nines and tens. I got that today, of this big collective message that we are all going through something that we don't even know we were holding. Our DNA is being rewired in such a deep level. So before I go deep into this channel, let me read you guys this message as I read your comments. Now I understand why I have a big cry. Yeah, a lot of people crying for no reason. Just think of how much your feminine has been suppressed because crying was too much, because you couldn't cry. You didn't feel safe to cry. You didn't feel safe to be angry. You didn't feel safe to feel shamed. You didn't feel safe to feel guilt. You didn't feel safe to feel abandoned. And during this time of the November 11th, 2022 portal, it's like this realization, this liberation of emotion, liberation. So it's liberating you through the textures of this emotion that you're feeling. I'm so happy to catch you here too. Oh my God, I'm so happy. You guys are amazing. Thanks for this. I was FOMO about not manifesting. Yeah, please don't do that. When I was going through TikTok and everything, all these astrologers, infinity, infinity, don't think that you're missing out by taking a rest. That's the message for you guys here that Spirit just said. Don't think that taking a break means you're missing out or you're not working hard enough. Okay. You're actually doing better for you by taking that break. But I've been seeing so many astrologers say manifest on this day, like all this stuff. I think it's BS. Don't do it. It's BS. Don't do it. I personally, that's me. But again, you know yourself more than I do. So if to you, you're like, Shika, I don't resonate with anything you're saying, then don't do it. But personally, you're not, no FOMO. Okay. This day is testing you on FOMO, if anything. Yeah. Do you know your own inner voice and your own inner respect and what you've learned through the spiritual teachings? Or are you going to listen to all of the chaos that's outside of you? That's something that you can kind of ponder on if this resonates with you. I have had probably the best day of this week. Amazing. I want to take a bath, maybe script, but not rethinking. Amazing. This is great time to repattern these thoughts and listen to both voices, the shadow and the higher self. I'm screaming my head off and I'm very super angry. Let that out. Don't judge the screaming. Don't judge the anger. That's important. I really need to hear this. I thank you for the amazing energy, explains the emotional today, still going through this, and just being patient with yourself. Patience is important with your emotions so you do not shut it off. Please be patient today. I encourage you to be patient and also communicate your boundaries with your partners and your family members and let them know, can they be patient too? They might not understand what you're going through. What some of you are going through, they will not understand, and that is okay. But what you can do is give yourself time to understand. Is it something to do with Taurus? I am Taurus and I feel so we are integrating the Taurus and Scorpio energy from this lunar eclipse. So whatever you went through, we're integrating it. Definitely feeling liberation, like moving into a new stage of clearing away from guilt and forget. Yeah, 100%. So 1111 portals here. It's apparently today, but like I said, I'm just doing the energy of today because I want to debunk what people are saying, because honestly, it's not that. It's like, this is a time to rest. This is a time to really integrate everything that's going on. I am fully stepping into my power this week. Yes, the trooper, take that 100%. So I am not going backwards and vibing higher than I've ever been at thrilling. Okay, let's read this greater teacher card that I got for you guys. Know what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from the current experiences that share with others. Learn how your emotions are right now and what is being affected by others. This card is inspired by, and I'm just going to say this, like, I believe spirituality is all interconnected. It says Jesus here, but whatever you want, universe, whatever, just change that word. Who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time, but the greater teacher of traditions. So whatever that teacher is for you, card represents of one whom is feels the closest, as well as the teacher or the greater teacher. 1111 of us here. Wow, guys, we're pulling in some energy on the internet. That's amazing. Okay, so as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears the simple clothes, demonstrates the simple life, and it's understanding that you are shifting that higher wisdom, you're integrating it, you're understanding a coming home to your soul. That's what you're really integrating. It's something that is unfamiliar. A lot of you may feel these emotions that you felt before, but this emotion feels a lot different this time because it's landing in a deeper way in your DNA and your being. So just be patient with yourself. He is surrounded by this sense of sonority and harmony because he is the absolute trust of the higher power and moves through him. So I've been noticing I've been pulling a lot of masculine cards this week. So it's like, how can we trust that we're being held and taken care of by the masculine in ourselves and the masculine around us? And if that's triggering for us because we've never had a masculine person here, maybe you're feeling angry, maybe you're feeling sadness, maybe that father wound is starting to deroot, maybe the wound of your partners are coming up a little bit. I've heard some people saying that the eclipse was really big for them because, you know, they went through a breakup or they went through whatever. So they're really cleansing this timeline for you. He has absolute trust of the higher power, and the dove on the card represents receiving answers and prayers and signs. So I don't know about you guys, but angel numbers have been going so deep, so deep, and they've been so powerful. And I really just want to share, based on the angel numbers I've been getting, and I'll go into the angel number of the 1111 portal. It's really tuning into signifying that 1111 is new beginning and clearing of karmic spaces. So today is about getting to know your new self. It's about getting to know who your new version of you is. What does that feel like? It's scary because, again, this is air and emotion and feelings that we've never experienced. But again, with patience, we can really receive all of that. You are amazing. Following you since 2020. Yes, felt talking to an elder sister. People tell me I give them abuela vibes, which I know in a past life I was. So I'm happy that comes through. That part of my soul comes through. I felt super confident this morning. Amazing. Oh, yes, I'm using the Sananga. Amazing. I'm really happy you're enjoying it, Joel. Yes, I'm going through a breakup of this eclipse season and feels like a needing. So I always believe, and this is a huge thing, the masculine in all of us and the masculine of the collective are going through a heart expansion. And in order for our heart to grow, it must break, expand, and step forward. That's really what it comes through. Let me give you an example. Think of the breakup that you've had recently, or a breakup that you've had, or maybe some grief that has happened in your life, the last time you've had grief. This grief was a coming home, because as that person transitioned into the spirit world, or as that person left your life and you disconnected that cord, there was an opportunity for you to find deeper love in yourself. There was a lesson behind that relationship. And they are our best teachers. Relationships, humans are meant to have relationships. That is the beautiful thing that we experience in our human experience. So I encourage you to really tune into understanding, listening to the messages through that ending. Your heart breaks and feels grief, and in doing it, you find compassion for yourself in anger, in pain, and all those things. So how can you be more compassionate about your emotions instead of saying, I'm crying for the 10th time today? Why am I crying for the 10th time today? Why am I angry all of a sudden? Why are you judging yourself? Be compassionate with it. Allow the inner wilder self to come out. Let's pull another card as I read, you guys. So you wouldn't manifest? No, I would not manifest today. People are talking about that. Please don't. Like, don't manifest. I had people ask me, Shika, should I do moon water for the lunar eclipse? I said no, because we're in murky, we're clearing, we're cleansing. Why would you want to do moon water on that day? So, again, this is like one of the biggest things sometimes. Ooh, water. Speaking of water, the element comes up. I love this card. Isn't she beautiful? This is the water guardian. Connect with your emotions. So today, the 1111 portal is about connecting with your emotions in your new human body, in your new spirit, in your upgraded version of yourself. Okay, let's go into this card with the water. She's so beautiful. Like, I don't know about you guys, but she is stunning. Okay, so water guardian. She is 114. We got some 11s on her. So let me see. Take time to understand how you really feel. Woo! Know that your sensitivity is not a curse. It's not something that's bad. And if there is a part of you that feels that being sensitive is bad, I encourage you to go into that part of you and bring compassion, and go to that version of you in the past and let them know that they have permission to feel it in a meditation. But a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly to your soul. In these depths of emotions we get within our soul. I had a huge revelation in Costa Rica. I just got back from hosting the Healers Retreat. For those who don't know, I host retreats, and I just got back from doing that. And there was this big coming home for me as much as it was for the participants. And then I realized, just like the teacher, the great teacher card, where, he's wearing simple clothes, that we seek so much outside of ourselves through the judgment of people, through their words, through social media, through, even spiritual gurus and other people like that. But then there's a higher wisdom in ourselves that we don't trust, and we seek outside of ourselves. That's why when I work with people, I always say that you're healing yourself. I'm just a door opener. Okay, at the end of the day, you're the one showing up for yourself. So water is the element that is in your blood. We are what? Over 70% water, everyone. We have 101 here. Woo woo. Okay. Your tears and your flesh. The water guardian represents the angel of water, who helps you dive within to understand your depths of your emotions. So this 1111 portal is all about understanding the depths of your emotion, so then you can manifest better after this. Okay. So these angels are all about helping you to see your emotions, and aren't just feelings that are on the surface. They are also old emotions you may have locked up deep into your shadow and your soul. So this is why we're hearing two voices. We're hearing the shadow, and we're also hearing the higher self, which is why November is bringing a big rebirth between those two versions of ourselves and many others. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, and angels of water help you to hear the messages that these have on you, and to unlock your intuitive powers and the abundance. So knowing that when we can tap into that, we can then be more abundant after this. Let me just read your comments, because I need to catch up, guys. Should you do cleansing exercises? So I'll go into everything you need to do in the end of the video and what I would suggest doing. All right. Thanks. I make myself script. Da, 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 da. Thank you for the clarification. No worries. Hello. Okay, so I was into a relationship that lasted a year. We broke up, and now we're almost a year of missing him so much. So this is a time for you to understand the missing and the grieving, and so your heart can expand for you and for him on his own. Oh my God, this energy is everywhere. I felt it. I am gaining weight. So yeah, you were just cleansing. Your body's just resetting. Again, be compassionate about your body. Don't judge your body. My body feels run down. Yes, this is why. Why would we manifest when our body is emotional and run down? This is why I'm telling you guys this is not the day. This ain't the time. This is not the time. Okay, so let's go deeper into it. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel your emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. Ooh, I feel it in the heart. A lot of you are going through some heart grief, a lot of like grief, abandonment, pain. As soon as I read that, it was like a prick almost. So, again, give yourself compassion in your heart. Maybe do some heart meditations. What's coming up for me? I do have one here if you guys feel resonant with that. It doesn't matter if you are joyous or sad, they are all powerful messengers. And that allows you to understand what you need. How do you differentiate between how you feel when you're sad and when you're happy? Do you feel less compassion for one than the other? Sometimes, most of us, it is. But knowing how we can be non judgmental about them and find stillness and acceptance in both emotions where maybe we haven't in the past. Taking time to breathe. Breathing in the heart, breathing into the lungs, and acknowledge that let them flow, and rather than crashing them down and overwhelming the wave, we can't stop the ocean. The ocean continues. The ocean has a way of moving. So just imagine that you have an ocean inside of you and you're trying to stop the ocean from bringing its waves in. That is what's happening. That is why we're having outbursts. So what is preventing you from letting the ocean move its current and do what it needs to do? Oh, that's a good one. Note that there is also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time. Unless you acknowledge everything as it comes up, you may miss the important guidance. So, even as many angel numbers you're seeing, as many signs as you're seeing, as many totems, if you're not listening to your intuition, it really is not going to help you step into that space, right? So again, I really want to just bring this back. Emotion is really big for this 1111 portal, November 11, 2022, and moving forward in November, because again, a lot of you are going through a death and rebirth in this month. Scorpio season. We're almost at the end of it. We're halfway through. So again, I just really want to just share with you guys that this is a time to embody emotion where you felt that you had to shut that down. My body feels run down. Again, this is a time to relax. So let me go into let's go through a little bit of a break. Before that, let me just share this card. This warrior wanted to come and chat with you guys. Hello, warrior energy. Be fearless and stand strong. So stand strong in your emotions. Don't shut them down. There is strength in crying. There is strength in anger. There is strength in those things when you can hold it for yourself and compassion. So here are some things that you can do for this 1111 portal. Do not manifest. You can take an amazing detoxing bath with Epsom salt, rosemary, mugwort, sage is going to be really beneficial, and any other plants that feel called to you. You guys know I always throw some plants in there. It's my medicine space. So those are going to be very supportive for you. Also, frankincense is coming up as well. If you have frankincense, you don't have to go out and shop. Just look in you'll be surprised what you have at home that you can use for your baths. Okay. Another thing that I would highly suggest you doing is resting. If you're having a hard time sleeping, using valerian is amazing. You guys know who've been to my retreat. That's my OG. I use a valerian roll on and I help support people when they're going through integration because their body's resetting as you are resetting right now as they do medicine. So, that's going to be really helpful. Blue lotus is going to support you in your dreams, especially those who maybe need to work more with their third eye and getting inner insight instead of being distracted by the insight of other people and shutting down our emotions. Blue lotus is going to be amazing. You can have it as a tea. You can use it as a bath. You can steep it in some water and put it into your bath, whatever feels good to you. This is a great weekend to cleanse. Copal is amazing. I've been using it all week. It's been calling me. If you have some copal, burn it into the space. I have a video on how to properly cleanse your space. You can go check that out. What else? Sage is great as well. I would highly suggest sage or copal for cleansing. Okay. What else? Valerian is the sleeping pill of the nature. So a lot of medications actually have valerian in it. but it's the natural version of it, and it's literally the knocking gas of nature. So you can have it as a roll-on, as an essential oil, and it's really great. Roll it into your temples, into your body, under your feet with some socks to go to bed, and it will really, really help you. I'm guessing being on your period right now is cleansing time. You're getting a double cleanse if you're on your period. I'm starting my moon cycle in a couple of days. So what that means is that you're going to really allow yourself to move into cleansing and cleansing the sacral, which is going to be really powerful for you. I've been seeing a lot of people, womb beings, their ovaries resetting right now. So you're going to be really clearing and cleansing your ovaries. Maybe doing a gentle massage with coconut oil on top of your ovaries clockwise will be supportive for you to help drop that through, because that's where do we hold ourselves and hold ourselves back from being seen, from being held. That's where the ovaries is a huge part of that area of the sacral. So this is going to be really supportive for you right now. Maybe you want to put that with some lavender oil. That'd be really great. But again, you're getting a double purge. So be gentle with yourself. Sleep. Probably don't interact with so many people because you're highly sensitive and psychic and intuitive. 1111 again. We're getting that blessing. Claim it. Taking that in. That is very, very important. Palo Santo, I will not suggest. The reason why is because Palo Santo is great. It's for positive energy. But a lot of tribes and a lot of medicine people I've met do believe that when you burn and smudge Palo Santo, it can sometimes take away the energy that we want to keep, right? It's not to say that we can't smudge with it, but that's definitely not a medicine. When I tune into Palo Santo, it's like, no, we're not using that right now for the November 11/11 portals. So I would say sage is really good. Started my period in the eclipse. Yeah, a lot of moon cycles happening right now, a lot of resetting happening. You might even notice the nature of your moon cycle has changed. I just did a yoni steam. If you're not on your bleed and if you're not pregnant, I would highly suggest a yoni steam this weekend. Might be really nurturing for you. Dragon blood sage, yes, whatever feels good to you. I trust yourself, trust your intuition. It's very heightened right now in the November 11th, 11/11 portal. Any other questions about the 11/11 portal that I could answer for you guys? Scripting, I had that question. Do I script today? I would say hold it off, but what you can do is shift your repatterning. So affirmations, positive affirmations. I do have a morning and a night affirmation meditation video you can listen to that's on here. That might be supportive for you as you're taking your bath. And if you don't have a bath, you can still do a cleansing ritual. I just suggest using the salt with the herbs and put it in a bowl with some rosemary, mugwort, and whatnot. Maybe you can do it in different ways. You can put some water in it and just use it as a scrub. And before you go into the water, closing your eyes and asking the water to cleanse you. As you're taking a shower, keep your eyes closed. The reason why is this will allow you to activate more your third eye so you can go inwards and actually see the water like clear. If you can wet your head, then go ahead. If you don't want to wet your head, that's fine. You can just smudge your hair and whatnot. But I would highly suggest you putting your head underwater and just really cleansing, clearing all of your old versions, the debris of your old version of yourself, so you can support yourself a little bit more. And your human can get a break from all of the tiredness that you're feeling. Any other questions? Moon manifesting rituals. No, we're not manifesting right now because, like I mentioned before at the beginning of the video, you just went through energetic and human surgery of an upgrade and jumped to timeline. This is not a time that you want to manifest. I would not suggest it. Again, do what feels good to you, but I wanted to really share this because I think people see 11/11 angel numbers and then they're like, ah. So the main meaning of the 11/11 portal is for you to integrate, reset, so then you can allow yourself to understand the experiences and the big lessons from this eclipse season so you can then manifest your highest timeline later on. And we're going to give it till next week. Around next week, you'll get a message as to when that is. But right now, no, we're just cleansing this weekend. So cleanse, 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 cleanse. Time to cleanse. What do I need to cleanse in my life? What do I need to cleanse in my energy? What do I need to cleanse in my human? These are things that you want to do. I think that is basically it that I shared. And again, the cards really, really brought a lot of things there for you guys. The last thing I wanted to share, I wanted to take a moon card for you loves. So the moon card, we're going to ask the moon card just like really what cycle is this? Okay, what cycle is this moon talking about? So we have the Scorpio full moon. Okay, so I want you guys to take in and to journal. And if you didn't journal already, journal how the lunar eclipse affected you. And when the full moon in Scorpio next year hits 6 months after this time, the new moon, you're going to then know what you're purging. You're going to see the rebirth that's happening through your emotions. Okay. So it's time to release the negativity. And 6 months later from now, around the 11/11 portal, around the lunar eclipse in Taurus, the full moon, you're going to then know why this negativity had to come up to clear and cleanse you to your new timeline. You also got surrender to the divine full moon. So again, the full moon energy is still quite activated on this 11/11 portal. So here it says surrender. Let's read these cards for you guys. So full moon in Scorpio 82. So that's 10. We got a 1 in there. Let's see, 82. So, if you've been feeling paranoid, acting weird, taking this card into a direct message from the cosmos to stop it, stop being in your head. Okay, let's stop that. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around situations you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This is a great time to clear cord cutting. I have a cord cutting one. Now, I'm going to do a video on cord cutting because people just cord cut things and they don't know the difference. And I've done training on cord cutting, and there is the difference of it. If there is, as far as for you to know how to cord cut, if you go in and you see a cord and the cord is dark, it's like a dark color, there's not much life in it, and you feel like you want to take the cord out, pull it out, don't cut it. You want to pull it out. Why do we not cut it? Because it regrows, right? So you want to clear that. So this weekend, do a body scan. Notice if there's any cords you need to let go of. Only the cords that are dark and then do not have any life in them, or that you feel intuitively that you want to remove. This is really, really important. Okay. Okay, so let me go into this again. This card heralds the emotional intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio. So again, I'm going to make this the new moon too, but again, this is going to be an intensity 6 months, but it's going to be different because you've done the training through this new moon to full moon. So it's going to be easier for you to handle that. Okay. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. For some, however, this card is totally different, meaning that your sex life will now improve. Maybe you'll be more intimate, more embodied with that, and use your magic. So some things to note additional meaning. So it's time to move from living fearful in your life. So asking yourself, how are you being fearful right now through your emotions in your life? How are the emotions really impacting you to be fearful in what you want to receive, what you want to manifest? A lot of you talked about FOMO. That's a test from spirit, FOMO, oh, it's 11/11. I got to manifest. Like, says who? You just went through an energetic surgery. You got to be kind to yourself, be compassionate. You're liberating yourself in a whole other frequency. You're right to have suspicion. Grudges are toxic. Let them all go. Come on, get those cords out. And the end of an argument. So the teaching here is really talking about, not being so vindictive, and end a relationship. Is there a relationship you're vindictive about that you wish that person could just like get the worst to the other end and the karma? And I wish that person, like, that's not going to help you. As much as that person hurt you, it really will not. So this is bringing a relationship perspective. I can also be at this time, but it can be a time where you feel a little bit more embodied and you're being curious with your sensuality. That is fine as well. Of course it is. If you pull this card, no matter when, you are in this dark side of your shadow self. So you're just going through deep emotions. Again, be patient with your self loves. Let's go into the full moon card, and I'm just reading your messages. The certainty is must be meant in the moment across an awakening of journey. It's good cleansing to use whatever you feel right for you. Exactly, 100%. Like, these are suggestions. If your body's saying otherwise, do that. But again, I'm just suggesting based on the collective level, just like when you hear a reading, not everything that every reader will say will resonate. Just take what resonates with you here. The others, check them out. This is what I really suggest for anyone, not just me. How do you see the cord colors? So when you close your eyes, you will see it or you will feel it. I know not everyone sees things, but you can feel where the cord is and hold on to it and ask yourself if this is a cord that is time for you to be released. Some cords are not meant to be let go. Some of them are they're actually there to help and teach us. And that's a whole other thing. And again, this program that I'm announcing on November 15th, we're going to go into that, which is really, really exciting about cord cutting and what that looks like and how to do that. And it's so powerful. This program I'm announcing on November 15th, add yourself to the email list because it's going to be going into like the new earth leaders, how to step into that community. You're going to be learning so many things. Like, I don't want to like, it's going to be bringing you home to, if you ever had that feeling that you wanted to help the world on a bigger scale, if you've ever had that feeling that maybe the space holding you that you have right now is not what you want to do and it's evolving as much as this lunar eclipse has evolved you, this is going to be great for you. If you're the wounded healer and you're ready to finally move through the resistance and not stay in that archetype, this is for you. So again, I would highly suggest that. So full moon, let me see what you're here with that. Thank you for this stream. Glad to join. I'm happy you're here. Would you recommend working with Malcolm? You know that answer. I will not answer that because Spirit's telling me you know the answer. Trust your intuition. You guys are all so powerful. I guide on a way that is enough for you to tune into yourself, but I never want to take your power. That's not my intention. That's not what a healer's intention is. And I feel like for crystals, you know what your body's going through. If you're going through your heart, then you might want to work with heart chakras while you cleanse those this weekend. So really listen to that. Listen to your body. It knows what it needs. So 32, I finally found the card. It was taking a while, guys. Found it. Okay. So 32, we have the surrender. Okay. Surrender to the divine. A very word, climax, brings all sorts of ideas and images to the mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, a turning point. You all are going through a turning point through your emotions, and your emotions are going to keep pushing through this 1111 portal to rebirth you so then you can be a even master manifester, master abundant being, but you have to listen to where it's bringing you. Okay. And maybe some of you, you might even notice that your moon cycle is late because you're not being patient and you're pushing your moon cycle. Forget about it. Tune into your emotion. It will drop. What else? There may be some kind of change, possibly some sort of emotional explosion, which is where some of you are hitting that volcano of energy, or maybe you've already passed it. Tune into the emotions now and see what it's trying to tell you. They've been very likely close surface. No matter what in the moon cycle you are, this card really does matter. You're going to always have to surrender no matter what moon cycle you're in. Matters will be soon concluded that you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor. This is a positive card, but you may need to work harder to cool the events that are unfolding. So again, just surrendering, even if it's very difficult for you and you're in a space of uncertainty. I think that's really, really important. Struggling with alcohol addiction, what do you recommend? Cambo, come to my retreats. You struggle with any addiction, food, anything, please come to Cambo. Cambo is a medicine that has supported me. Message me on Instagram where we can go deeper into that, but retreats will support you with that as how I can support you. Use our body as ways as escapism in this world for so many things. That's crazy. Attuned to the moon. So I am getting the answers I need. Do you believe through your emotions that you're getting the answers you need? 1111. Here we go. Another blessing right there. Do you believe that the answers you're getting, that you truly believe in it and that those answers are yours? Or are you in denial of your emotions? Are you in denial of the truth that is coming up for you? How do you use dragon's blood to cleanse? So I use dragon's blood actually topically. And I use it when I have a cut to heal and protect it. I know some people use it as bundles with sage. It's whatever you feel, as dried and like to smudge. There's many ways that you can do. Okay. This actually came up for a friend of mine, Viola. A rat came into my dream. I had a huge shift about that recently, a whole story about rats. So rats are really they're really big totems for telling us specifically where we're resisting something. This is like deep resistance in our shadow. So they're also very, very, abundant, and they really are smart, like mice. Mice are smart. They're big on family. They're a family totem. So with rats, it's also telling you to go and look at the truth. Look at what truth are you hiding from. Okay, there's something deep, 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 deep in your soul you need to look at. Any suggestions for how you can cut cords? I have a video on that can support you. My moon cycle is not due to another week, but I've been feeling like it. Yeah, me too. With these moons getting tapped in, you feel your moon cycle week, 2 weeks before. So that's normal. It might even come early, depending. I have cords I want to let go and attach of energy. So I do have videos on cords. And again, if this is something that you're deeply interested in and you're a space holder, just wait till November 15th for that program, because that's going to be on fire, guys. This is the biggest and best program I've ever birthed. It's been a year in the making. And I got the last piece of it in Costa Rica last week. So get ready. I'm so excited. Let me blow my nose and I'm going to just like mute this. We're back. Additional meanings for cards. So a wish you made may be about to come true. It makes, or it's a break time. So it's a make or break time, depending on where you are energetically. There could be a sense of madness in the air, and breathe deep and stay calm. So breath is really important right now. When we are anxious, when we're going through an emotion that we are trying to suppress, what happens? Our breath changes. It goes faster. We breathe through the mouth. That is going to ignite our fight or flight. So here it's really saying stay calm, find stillness in the chaos of your emotions that you're relearning in your new version of yourself. You may need to forgive someone or release a negativity. So I'm seeing a lot of relationship of forgiving, resentment. So a lot of you that are in this anger space, behind anger is sadness and grief. It's a reaction of something. I'm not being seen. I'm not being heard. I'm not being understood. I'm not being respected. If those things resonate with you, this is a time for you to look at the masculine within you and the masculine that has hurt you, and look at it and say, I forgive myself for that. Bring forgiveness in that, and bringing grief into that, allowing yourself to do that. Do you have videos on pendulums, angel numbers by any chance? I have a whole bunch of videos on angel numbers. No video on a pendulum, but a lot on angel numbers, channeling that. What would you recommend to help you with cutting the ties with your ex-partner? Cord cutting is really great. I have a video on that. There's a lot of things you could do. A candle ceremony, if you want to do that, get witchy with it. You can tune into what is the connection with it. If it's a twin flame, you really have to, that's a whole other complexity. What is the lesson your twin flame is trying to give you? Because that connection will continue to come from lifetime to lifetime. Twin flame is a blessing, but it can also be very difficult to move through. So that's in a little, very, very, very short summary, what I would suggest. When I manifest them back. Okay, so it's time to let go of the past and move on. So a lot of you, I feel like relationships specifically, ex relationships, ex friendships are ending and you are grieving it. Okay. Some of you didn't have the process to grieve it. And you're like, why am I still crying over this? Why am I still angry about this? Be patient. There is a deep, deep, deep wound that can go all the way to a sibling wound, all the way to a past life wound that is connected to this relationship. Let it land, integrate. Again, this 1111 portal is about integrating the emotions. That includes going back to the great teacher, the lessons, the spiritual wisdoms, because your thought process of the world is changing. It's really changing. Your spirituality is changing. Your purposes are changing. And you're scared because you've never had those types of purposes before. A lot of people are being more and more called to step into leadership in this new earth, and they are terrified. I get it. I totally get it. I wasn't doing healing 8 years ago. I was working in PR in the fashion world. Scared the living bejeebies out of me. So I get it. I really do. But it's not impossible to change where you're going, because you can change it at any age. Time is just, uh, analogy. It's just a way that our human organizes ourselves in this timeline. Also, I know you have read here, wait for a while. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I've been loving the red lately. I feel like that's it. I came in at a perfect time. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so that's all for the reading. Let's end it with an affirmation. Let me see if any of my decks want to talk. This one's talking. Oracle deck's talking. There's one card here. What if I like someone who is breaking up with his girlfriend? This is not the time, honey. You need to focus on you. Any of you that are feeling like I need to rush into it, I talked about this. We just went through surgical energy. Okay. So right now it's not the time to message your ex. It's not the time, it's the time to feel what's happening. It's to feel how they're, affecting you. That is what's happening. You're going through a huge liberation. I've been doing the Ho'oponopono for a meditation for forgiveness, and it's been very difficult. It takes time to forgive. We take steps into it. Sometimes it takes a lot of time, many years. It took me 8 years to forgive the person who assaulted me. Like, it takes time. Time. Be patient. There's no rush. We're eternal. There's no rush. Chill, hang out, take a break, cleanse this weekend. That's what this 1111 portal is all about. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, United Kingdom. I love it. There's a lot of you guys from the United Kingdom here. Let me know if you just jumped in where you're tuning into. Okay, let's see what card, if there's any cards here that need to talk to you guys before we end the video. 50 minutes. Woo, we did good. Be fair. So this is the compassionate card. We got 3 8s, which is an 11 added together. Let me just say this. Be fair to yourself. Don't be harsh to the people who cannot support you because they don't understand the rebirth you're going to. And don't be harsh to yourself. How are you not being compassionate to yourself? Slovakia, woo, California, Ohio, Minnesota. I love it. Okay. Any other cards that are coming? I don't know if there's any other ones here. Woo, nice. The UK. Guernsey Channel Island. Never heard of it. Okay, chaos and conflict. Okay, a lot of you are going through emotions of chaos. It's not a time to try to like overanalyze. Remember that Scorpio card I talked about, full moon in Scorpio, and where you'll be 6 months from now. So let's go into this one's 38. Let me read this for you guys. Where are you here? Balance, 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 balance. Justice and need to consider the options mutual benefit and law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect is really just saying based on what we do is what comes back to us, right? And what is like the effect of our emotions right now will affect the way we see the world, will affect the way we manifest. So again, this is why it's just time to just chill and relax. Take it easy, take a break. Okay, you will always be in this doing and being. You have to balance and harmonize doing and being. Know right now where you're at energetically. A lot of us are exhausted. It's not time to do, it's to be. Time to be with these emotions, be with yourself and accept it. The relationship message I'm going to read because a lot of you guys are having a lot of relationships things come up. So tune into where this resonates. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time to listening as well as speaking for understanding, as well as asking to be understood. There is a much to be learned, and you will learn it in a remaining open of objectivity. Weighing options and considering all sides of the situation. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is the one in which there is a mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. So tune into the fairness of yourself. Tune into the fairness of your being and the fairness of your partners. Okay. A lot of us are like, oh, well, I'm doing all the spiritual work, I'm doing the healing, and so is not. That's not fair. That's the ego talking. We can't do that. Okay. Everyone's journey is different. Some of us came for more of a human experience. Some of us came for a spiritual. We're all spiritual, whether you're atheist or whatever. We're all spiritual at the end of the day. How are you putting that on a pedestal? They don't understand me. They don't. People, we never understand anyone. No one will I won't understand you fully. You understand yourself more. But do not put that pressure on yourself or that person that your partner's not showing up the way you want to. Yes, talk in a non-violent communicative way of what you want and what you need, but don't blame them for the emotions that spirit is bringing up for you, because it's asking you to finally respect yourself and to claim and to be seen. Woo, Woo, that was deep channeled. Whatever I said, sit with it. That felt like it really had to come to you guys. So let me know if that resonated. It's almost been a year, but I can't go away from the memories. So again, be patient with yourself. I keep hearing be patient. 333, let's talk about this chaos and conflict. So this area, oh my gosh, being in the cross purpose of with another, the tension of the opposites, the value of chaos before order. Opposing forces come together to create turbulence. We need chaos. This lunar eclipse can be the biggest blessing of your life changing in this whole world. You should give gratitude for all the chaos that's happening. You know why? Because it's going to change your life forever in the best way. It's going to put you on the fast track to your highest timeline. Give gratitude for it. Please do. But consider the value of chaos that serves you well. As you become unmoored by it, you're being derooted by it. Scattered in the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need. And it's scary, I get it. And disperse the seeds to reinvent yourself anew. If you can, close your eyes and listen to this because I want you to feel this. If you can't, just like really breathe into this as I read this. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, project outwards and causing disarray. You may find yourself at a cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you can't control. Yet every storm passes and the chaos leads to a reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than you on one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be eager to fight. It's not a time to fight. Choose your battles. This is time to understand rather to be understood. Understand yourself. When you can understand yourself, you will be seen and people will understand you. You can't expect people to see you if you are not even understanding your emotions and you can't express that. Tune into that. That's so important. Let's go into relationship meeting. I'm doing a general message. So for all of you guys asking for a personal one, I'm not going to do a personal one. I'm doing in general. That's what I usually do. So, and I don't do readings personal. People have been asking me, Shika, do you do readings personal? I only do it with my clients and it's very rare. I usually just channel and I do healing. That's why I'm here. That's my dharma. So if you'd like a reading personally, there's so many beautiful people that are out there that could do a personal reading. But for me, I channel for the collective. Stubbornness is keeping you at the state of opposition. The incentive need to be right will only serve you to prolong the conflict that is deep down in you and want you to be resolved. This is an opportunity and a moment for you to learn your values, your sense of self. That's really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. We're talking about relationships here. If that's true, it's not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through a stormy emotion to a higher ground? Soon the air will clear and you will be in the much more better place than you have before. For the storm will pass, blazing a path of new growth to it to wake you up. Things can become electric and enlightened always before then before. If you use this time constrictively. So this is so deep. Define Dharma. That's coming up. That's a little, Dharma is the hint for November 15th for all those of you. I see it, I'll claim it. That's the one. Okay, prosperity. I heard people talking about career. Listen to this message with the chaos card for those just jumping in. Circumstances appear to be chaotic, but everything that is happening now is in the truth of shaking things up so you can find the real path to your prosperity, to your career. Yes, it's a stormy time. It feels like there are opposing forces wherever you turn. Be reassured that the divine is a divine purpose in this chaos. There's a reason why the chaos is uprooting. Everything that doesn't work in the being is taken from you to trust the parts of yourself remain. So anything that's not working is being taken away so you can be in that clear, aligned dharma, which is important. The events occurring now is the essential for you to ultimately be in the prosperity that you need to be. This chaos is divinely inspired, even though it doesn't appear that way now. In time, you will know that this is true. So take your time, be patient. 1111, taking in that from the Pacific vibes. I feel that energy. Thank you, Val. So these are the cards that you guys got. Let's give you guys an affirmation and close the space. Close the space. This was a great ceremony. And again, if you guys are interested in going more into healing, I do have courses. They're down below. I also have my one-on-ones. I'm closing them as of next week. So I'm being very particular with this because my new program that's coming up November 15th, add yourself to the email list, is for space holders, those who want to be space holders, those who are upgrading their mission into a deeper way for the earth beyond their lifetime. And I want you to answer this question. What is your lifetime legacy that you're going to leave here beyond your earth life? So beyond you living here, what are you leaving here? How are you leaving yourself here still to that eternal energetic space? What is your purpose there? That is a little hint for the program on November 15th. Why is your soul here? Because each and every single one of us going to Dharma, what a Dharma is your uniqueness to bring into this world to heighten the collective. Okay, so for me, my uniqueness is ceremony, medicine, YouTube education, channeling. Those are my uniqueness. Dancing, bringing laughter, joy, playfulness. Those are the things, right? So what's your Dharma? What is the thing that you are going to leave here beyond your human life that's going to change this collective frequency in the new earth? That's a deep one. Some of you might be still in the process of it, but if you're ready for that, wait till November 15th. Add yourself to the email list. This is what I'm talking about. This is going to be huge. Okay, so let's get into it. We got 2 cards. We got adversity. I accept that challenges are best way to learn. The challenges of my emotions, the challenges of this lunar eclipse that just passed, the challenges of 11/11 ask me to cleanse and just remove the thing that I resisted to remove on the lunar eclipse. That's what November 11/11 is all about. The 11th is all about, before you step into this new beginning, this karmic space, what is the little debris that you are forgetting to move or you're scared to remove? It's scary. 11/11. Ooh, confirmation. It's scary. I get it. But your soul is more strong than you think you are. Your human right now doesn't even know the depth that's going to happen 6 months from now. Why would you block yourself from receiving that? There is a version of you that is waiting for you to step into that space. Why are you blocking yourself from that? Envy. I am the same as everybody, but different challenges. There's nothing to be jealous about. There's nothing to be frustrated about, because at the end of the day, even though that person's story is different, they're going through it in a different way. Some of us choose a little bit of a harder human experience, and that's okay. Some of our partners do, some of our peoples do, so that's okay. That's their journey. But it's not for you to hold on. Focus on you. This is what November 11 is about. Create the boundaries to cleanse, to be on your highest timeline on this day. This weekend, clear and cleanse. Repattering, reshifting your thought process. Listen to your shadow voice and your higher self voice. What are they both teaching you and reflecting to you so you can expand yourself? When Monday comes, you'll feel like a new person. There's a new version of yourself that is bigger than you can ever expect. Get out of your own way. That's what the 11/11 portal is about. We're not manifesting. We're getting out of our own way. So then when the manifestation comes up in a few days, next week, when we're at that point, once this rebirth is done in November, you're going to be able to manifest things so instantly. You're like, what is going on? Chica, what was this? What is going on? I've never manifested things like this. Well, yeah, because you're just you're on a different timeline. It's not hard anymore. It was never hard. But now you're realizing that, Ooh. Okay, so say 2, that is it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just being in this energy. Again, if you are interested in coming to my medicine retreats, I do have a retreat happening, an ancestral retreat, December 3rd to the 11th in St. Lucia. Message me ASAP. The application is closed next week. I will have some exciting things coming up at the end of November, so make sure you like, subscribe, share this video. Let's keep the frequency of this portal, this reminder of this portal going to help you with your new version of yourself. And if you are also interested in that big program, this is where 90% of my energy will be outside of YouTube, is helping the New Earth leaders. So that program's coming up on the 15th. Mark your calendar. I'll be back here live talking to you more about that transmuted energy. And if your soul is curious, most likely, I suggest you following that resistance, because the version of yourself it's normal to feel really scared about that version because it's a power you've never felt. But get out of your own way, step into your leadership, and I invite you to step into that because it's going to help you go into a higher version of yourself you're not even aware of, loves. Okay? I love you all so much. Like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, put notification bells. Let me know what videos you enjoy here. Like I said, I do moon videos, energy videos, all the things, medicine, healing. And thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for being you. Thank you for choosing this life. Thank you for being here and helping the collective. I'm grateful for you being here. I love you all so much. Have a great, great weekend. Keep your energy and frequency high. Live your life for yourself. Be in your dharma. Remember, you're home to your soul's inwards, not outwards. I love you so much. Bye. See you.